So hey guys, we're here in rFactor 2. Driving the Indycars here at Mid-Ohio. I wanted to do this at Laguna Seca, but the AI right now for the Laguna Seca track, being a mod, is pretty bad. Not gonna lie. And I've tried it with other cars, they're just generally bad in any car. I lapped the entire field in the Indy cars, and that's saying something because I'm terrible. Well, not terrible. I could be better, we'll say that. Anyways. So yeah, this is the new channel I'm going to be doing here, with doing some racing videos mainly. Might do some other stuff, we'll see how things go. Won't rule out other things. Clearly we're starting with racing. No, I always get that wrong, but we saved it. That's what matters. Now that I think about it, should have said it so there'd be multiple qualifying stages with the Indy cars instead of just one. Because they do generally have 3 qualifying sessions, but man, I'm getting terrible frame rate here. Okay, yeah, this is becoming unmanageable almost. I'm gonna have to set down how many cars are on the screen. Hopefully this will be my last qualifying run before we go to the race. Anyways. Now, I didn't mean to stop talking, but I'm focusing here. Oh no, I'm totally getting this corner. Ah, I saved it, I didn't mess it up. Yeah, after Laguna Seca, this is my favorite motor circuit, we'll say. Some people like Spa, some people like Nürburgring. I like random little Mid-Ohio. Anyways, we'll say whatever position we got there in that lap will be our timing. Well, could have done one more lap now that I look at. But anyways, so let's see where we ended up here. We are going to end up 1 whole second and a half second. And I'm running on 100% difficulty AI. I'm not with no aids on, so it's not just because I'm making it easy for myself. So we won't feel, I don't feel the need to do the warm-ups. We'll just make sure we have enough fuel. It's going to be set to a 15-minute race. I have no idea how long. I should have looked at the lap times. In hindsight, Captain Hindsight here, reporting for duty, telling you should have done this, this, and this. Anyways, I'm going to straight to the race. I love the fake names, Max Thrust instead of Willpower. I can't think of who Eddie Whalen is. I'd have to look. Scott Dixon, Ryan Hunter-Ray. I want to say Oriel Servia. But anyways, yes, you can see. 7. Thinking that's Tony Kanaan. That's a real driver, so nothing there. Takuma Sato, Graham Rahal, Mikael Aloshin, Ryan Briscoe. Thinking that's Newgarden. Charlie Kimball. This is actually a fun test to see how many IndyCar drivers I can remember offhand. Greetings from Canada. Anyways, here we are, Mid-Ohio. Here's the race, 15 minutes. Little introduction to our channel. Let's see if I can remember to talk. Oh, the frame rate! Yeah, I've never actually tried running this game with fraps until this second. Alright, locked up the tires a bit. This is a very surprisingly slow corner for an open-wheel car. Here we go down this back stretch. I feel I brake too early into that corner, but maybe I'm not. Now, this is the main reason I got this game, actually, was this car right here, the DW-12. Oh no! Gotta focus! Live commentary on a race car is difficult. Anyways, this is the reason I got this game, is this car here. Indycar is what got me back into racing. I used to really be big into this when I was younger. I had the Papyrus racing games, the NASCAR and such. And I was too young then to really appreciate how good those games were, but I do miss them now. But around the mid-2000s, my interest in racing really waned. And it was only last year, actually, that I was, one day in May, the Indy 500 just happened to be on, and I decided to give it a shot and just try and watch it. And I really, really enjoyed watching Carlos Munoz's run in that 2013 Indy 500. And that's what got me back into the racing so much that I bothered my dad to bring me out to Baltimore to go see the Grand Prix of Baltimore. And that was an awesome experience coming to see that. Also seeing the American Le Mans Series race they're doing now. It's the Tudor United Sports Car Series now, I guess. And that was... Since then, I've just been hooked on it. I've watched every race this season. To watch my favorite driver, James Hinchcliffe and Carlos Munoz, not win anything, but... what can you do? So, yeah, when I saw rFactor 2 was getting this car, I just had to get it. And, because rFactor, the original one I already had at the time, has a DW-12 mod. It has two, I think, right now. There's an older one, and there's a book just fell off the shelf. Anyways, there's a newer one and a older one, and neither of them are entirely great. The newer one has some really funky physics. It doesn't feel at all like this car. It almost feels like you're piloting a block of wood. That's how I describe it. Nothing against the people who've done a great job. The models are great and everything. The tracks are beautiful. They compiled and added the Rain 2 with the RFE plugin for rFactor. But nothing going to rectify that. They said they're going to release a new one soon with enhanced physics. So when that does happen, I will definitely show it off. But yeah, that's the main reason I moved on from that game. And of course, I'm not going to spend my entire salary on iRacing. Maybe one of my nuclear physicist or a star NHL player or something like that. Maybe then I'll invest in iRacing. Yeah. I don't know why I like Mid-Ohio, though. That's at all a question. Could have chosen Monaco, could have chosen the Indianapolis road course. And there's a degree of, I want to do something no one else is doing. Because, everyone who's doing IndyCar videos thus far has generally done Indianapolis. And, I don't know why, I just don't have a feel for that road course. There's no flow, I find, to it, no rhythm. Maybe there is, and I just haven't found it yet. But, I don't know, I haven't been, feeling it as of late. So the other thing I will be doing is I want to do a championship in the original rFactor with the 94 kart cars mod by IDT. It's an older mod now, I guess, for an older game, but I really enjoy it. And another big thing is they have all of the tracks from that season except one. And that's Nazareth. But every other track for that season I was able to find, including that really obscure road course they had in Miami, in the park there. I think it's called Miami Bayfront Park, I'm not sure. But yeah, I am definitely going to do that after this. Probably won't lead as much in that, not gonna lie. Some tracks in that game I'm great at. No! Okay, I thought the game crashed. Freaking out for a second, man. Freaking out. Hopefully everything's okay. Yeah, big problem with the DW-12 that ISI has. Oh my gosh! I got the strange feeling that would have done a lot more damage to the car in real life. Suggesting it even did any there, I doubt it, but it doesn't feel like it. Okay, we're all good. Almost losing the rear end there, but we're safe. I guess you're gonna choose a favorite racing driver, and it's James Hinchcliffe. Oh no, I like him. He does decently when he's not wrecking, but he is busy behind the steering wheel. Not that's necessarily a bad thing, but that is a comment I've noticed about when I see the driving cams of Hinchcliffe. He's very busy. I seem to be doing the same thing. Anyways, where was I? Yes, the problem, before I was so rudely interrupted by my terrible driving, I have the ISI's DW-12 in this game, isn't with the physics or anything. But the main problem I have is that the AI on the doesn't necessarily work with all the road courses, and what I mean by that is, if we got a close-up of one of the AI drivers, you'll notice they're driving with the super speedway setup on. Considering I don't think there are any, I think there's only one super speedway in this game, and that's Indianapolis. I don't see why you'd have your default setup for the car be that setting. But anyways, that's what it is. That's the main reason I probably won't be doing a, trying to do some sort of championship or season thing with this game, is just because the AI will not work very well for it. I'd be winning almost every race, and it would not be fun. I'd probably just lose the road course, and then, like, even if you crank up the difficulty on this game. AI is still, you know, going to have the wrong setup, and they'll be much slower around the course, especially high-speed corners than you, just because they don't have the downforce. So until they figure that out, I'll probably mainly be posting rFactor 1 videos. If somebody does want to do like a league or something, though, I'm all for that. You know, multiplayer gameplay. I would definitely do that, but until that point, we're probably going to be mostly doing the original rFactor. But it's really unfortunate to see that oh, 10 minutes left. Do I have it set to 20 minutes or 15? I don't remember. We'll see at the end of this video. I guess it'll be quite obvious. But yeah, it's quite unfortunate to see the modding community from the original rFactor really hasn't carried over. And I was looking at it because the DRM which is one of the big mods from the original game, which I might show off in another video soon. It's sort of based around 1970s, late 70s, early 80s. I think it's called GTX cars, like the Pro car and the Ford Capri Turbo and those sort of cars. And they were originally going to make a mod for rFactor 2, and they canceled it because there's a lot more pay-for mods in rFactor 2. And they said that if people are accepting those, they would, they don't feel appreciated, so they're not going to release the mod. And I actually totally agree with that, and I'm okay with that opinion. So I would never actually pay for a mod for a video game. I am of the opinion that I've spent, what, $40 on this game in rFactor 2. I'm not going to pay any more into this game. Especially for user-created content. I don't know. That's me. Maybe I'm just cheap. But I can certainly understand how a group who makes free mods would feel unappreciated if they see that the fans will pay for mods. Because they're putting in that effort and that manpower and those hours. Free time they could be doing other things, might be more fun, into making that mod, and then they see that, and not only that, apparently the mod was being put into other games without their permission, so they felt like, some of their hard work was being stolen. So once again, I totally feel for them on that. But anyways, I think that's probably part of the reason you see rFactor 2 hasn't really clinched as much in the modding community as those two reasons. Now, something you've probably noticed if you don't play rFactor 2 is how there's sort of developed a black line around this track. And I'm pretty sure... Well, I'm not pretty sure, what am I saying? If you didn't know, that's something they call real road, which, is supposed to represent how the track would be rubbered in over the course of a race or a weekend. And I can understand why people would complain it would go too quickly if you're doing a full-length race. Because, I've only been racing for a few moments. The 7 laps of qualifying wouldn't have really done that to this level in the, 12 minutes of racing, I'd guess. But if you're doing a shortened weekend, it sort of makes sense to have it go that quickly, in my opinion. Anyways, a lot of my opinion. The frames. Don't know if I have a fuel for the end. But I've done other races in this car, and when you're running out of fuel, you're given a warning, so you have time to bring it to the pits, and the crew gets ready for it, so hopefully I won't run out of fuel. Got 5 minutes left in the twilight of this race. Happy I put the blacks on, because I think if I was in the reds, I'd be skating on this track by now. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, if one of you, few people who actually watch this, wants to do a league with me at some point, you know, I would love to try and organize that. Because I really do enjoy this car. I just feel the AI, as of right now, the way it's been set up, is really, pushes you away from using it. I think you can see the bar on the bottom left as to how far ahead I am right now. I have the difficulty up to 100%. I would never have done that in the original rFactor, because I don't know, I guess I'm just not good enough to justify it, but I want to be not good enough. I'm not a professional driver. And I'm sure if I was, and the really big problem I have with though isn't like simply that reason. The problem I have is, if I go online, I want this single player to have prepared me properly for online. I find that it's something that more video games need to do. That's something I found the early Battlefield games were really good for. If you ramped up the AI difficulty, you were prepared to play online. So you went online already having a general feel for how this is going to play out. And you know, the game would train you to become better at it. It taught you the game mechanics of the multiplayer. Sure, it meant there was no story, but you know, you're not playing Battlefield for the story. It's almost like watching a porno and saying you're watching it for the story. You don't do that. So anyways, what? I find that's a problem with having the AI being this uncompetitive. And as of course I said, it's because they have the super speedway aero package on, and this is not a super speedway by any stretch of the imagination. Wide through that corner into the marble, someone's lost it. So it would be fun to at least have a league so I could, you know, really appreciate the car a bit more, because we're not really being pushed to drive it that much here. Now, funny thing about the setup here, no segue whatsoever because I'm professional as heck, is the setup I'm using for this car actually made on what's it called? I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Lime Rock Park, that was it. Which is another one of the real tracks that comes with the game. Well, not another one, because this didn't come with the game. As good as it looks, actually. This is a very well-made, user-made track. Well, community-made track, I find. We're in the last minute here. I'm gonna be very cautious. I think I'm only gonna get one more lap in before the end of this race. Oh, and the AI's gonna pit. Well, I guess now you get to see what the AI aero packages look like. I guess you don't know what my car's one looks like, so that's a problem. I'll throw some comparison up at the end of the video for those of you who are not avid Indycar followers. But if you know anything about aerodynamics, you can see the car in front of me there. I think that's Bourdais. So yep, this is the last lap here. It's gonna bring it home. And there's Andretti off, I think that would be. Or whatever Andretti clone they have. And we got it! And I hit my elbow, but we got it! Oh my goodness! The frames when we're in a pack. I think it's that section in particular that's really bad. Yeah, see, a big thing is between the Speedway package and the Road Course package is there's no downforce, so it's a lot faster in the straights. Well, there's not no downforce, it's very... downforce that kicks in at a high speed. Shouldn't have done that. Anyways, race was over, so I don't really care. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Definitely gonna make more videos for this channel in the near future. And we're just gonna wreck it because bad frame rate. Anyways, see you guys later.